as you reflect on everything, you put so much work in, and you work 364 days of the year just for one moment, and the mission has been accomplished. And I know the iteration of this team this year will never be the same. You know, you go through changes, and every year is different, every team is different, and so we'll have our moments allocated to enjoy everything we've been able to accomplish, but also understanding that, you know, we're behind in terms of what's to come. And it's been a great ride this year with these guys, with this group.
A few years ago.
Has it sunk in yet?
Yeah, it's sunk in.
It has sunk in. And you know, what have you enjoyed the most about being the Super Bowl MVP?
I mean, it's the work. You know, it's the work. That's all I think about. And you think about what it took and what it takes, and I know I'm behind in terms of what's to come in the future. You know, you play this longer to the year. And you got other people, other teams, other quarterbacks kind of have a head start of the next year. So I just want to plan out my routine and plan out my offseason so I can put the appropriate work in with my teammates.
When does that start for you, that work?
I mean, 364 days.
A few years ago, you were asked about being satisfied after a win, and you said the last one. Is it as you expected? Is it as you thought?
What'd you say?
You
I'm
said,
sorry.
in terms of when you'd be satisfied after a win, you said the last one, the last game. And I assume you were referring to winning a championship. Did you get the type of satisfaction that you kind of, I don't want to say delayed, but that you were waiting for?
Well, I think, you know, I kept saying that I'm trying to process, and I'm still processing it. You know, when I was in that moment, I was truly in that moment. And I think when you come into it, you don't have any expectations of what you're going to feel, how you're going to respond to it, and what is it what you imagine. You know, all I think about truly is just the effort that was put in, all the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears that you invest into the game, and, you know, hoping to be the last man standing. And we were indeed the last man standing. It was something that we earned. Nothing was given to us, and it's all off of the hard work. And I think everything this whole year has been more magnifying to me in terms of my desire to win, because I kind of learned, like, how I processed everything after the game and where my heart was. It's like the joy of winning it still had no comparison to the pain of losing it. And so those things are still going to continue to motivate me and drive me internally.
From a fan standpoint, what does it mean to you and your teammates that you've brought so much joy to this community in this area?
It means a lot. It means a lot because you look at the support you get. You look at the city of Philadelphia, and all the support, all the passion, the hunger, the eagerness, and it's something that they all can celebrate. And I'm glad and blessed to be able to represent them and represent the city.
Jalen, on the sideline for the mic up, you were quoted saying the last one changed your soul. I was just curious if you could expound on that, what you kind of meant there.
All I was saying was, you know, just my mentality transforming. It was just a transformation for me. And you have formative experiences that form who you are, you know, and it's all been based off the same foundation of who I am. But, you know, for so long I put tons of effort into improving, trying to be the best that I can be. But going through everything that I've gone through, you learn the value of winning, you know, and it's like you winning is beating the opponent, improving is beating yourself, and I think both are required to be great and be remembered in history. But just think there was more of a, I just say the desire to win just burned like it never burned before.
Jim, we've been asking you about Kellen for a while, and you've been pushing it aside, but he's gone now. What did he mean to you this year, and did you learn what you wanted an offensive coordinator going forward?
Say that again, the last part.
Does it help having him this year? Did you give you an idea of what you would like to have as an offensive coordinator going forward too?
Well, Well, I have a ton of respect for Kellen, what he's been able to do, the ideals he had and brought to us and brought to this team, and definitely poured more into me in terms of knowledge, and I was able to take that away from him, and I'll be able to build on that. You know, I know this team is a talented team, and we've never shied away from these type of adjustments. You know, however, you know how important continuity is to me. You know, and I think I think the most important thing when you move forward is about just trying to build that chemistry, You know, and I think for us as an offense, I think the more assertive I became throughout the year, the more in sync, the more complementary, the more rhythm we had. And so there's been a lot of changes, a lot of different things, and I know every coordinator has their own approach and their own way of seeing it, but it's just about meshing that. And I think in fullness, if there was a chance to have continuity, I think there could be, you know, I don't know if we ever know, you know, but yeah.
That being said, continuity, Kevin Patullo potentially could be a candidate. You know him and work with him.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that idea?
Yeah. Kevin Patullo's never been I mean, he'd have a different role, so it's hard to compare, you know, that role to this role because his job is going to demand something totally different of him, and I have a lot of confidence in him and what he's shown. However, I know, you know, over the years I've learned that's out of my jurisdiction, and so kind of just taking things as they come and trying to go out there and be the best I can be and just learn and evolve.
Jalen, what are you most proud of? Part of what Kellen brought last year was kind of an external approach, external ideas. You know, another.
Let's keep it geared towards something else.
Jalen, two more questions.
Barkley said today that the joy of winning lasted a couple days, and then he said he couldn't sleep the other night because he was thinking about his offseason and his workouts and what he's going to do. How are you weighing like the satisfaction of reaching what you've been chasing, and also you're still driven to keep going?
Yeah, exactly kind of what I just said. You just got to run your race. You got to run your race. You know, it's everything is going to come across different, and I think you set these goals. You know, you set these goals. You want to achieve big, and then you also want to have that motivation to continue to go on. And so that's what we'll have.
Jalen, what are you most proud of?
Last one.
What are you most proud of this year?
I'm just proud of the team. I'm proud of the team and what we were able to accomplish. I'm proud of the effort, and I'm proud that, you know, in terms of how it all began. You think about that and you see where you end, and you know you saw a group that was committed in the end, committed to the mission of winning, and I think that seeped through the whole entire team. And I think more importantly, I think all of that is an opportunity for us to be better in the future. I think it's something that we can build on, and seeing that confetti fall and hosting that trophy as a team, we now know what, you know, this is what it's about. And so I think that is places more of a challenge on all of us as a group to keep the main thing, because we know what the main thing is. We've experienced that feeling before. So now it's about doing what you can to continue to build and, you know, start that next pursuit.